make a co-host just.
Okay, so today we will be working on mean, mode, median, range, and we'll start fractions, decimals, and percent. But we'll start with our assignment. Most of you sent me work. Marietta, you didn't send me back when I sent to you that you didn't send me all of number 1.
I didn't send
What happened?
you tell me to put everything in one on one page.
Yes,
And I
but
did
you did that. No, I'm not saying you didn't do that. But on the question number 1,
I did it again. And I sent it back to you.
you sent me mean, median, mode.
Yeah, I sent it, but I didn't write the thing, I just write the answer.
For all 3? Because I think the latest I got from you had only 1 answer.
No, I changed it. And I sent it back to you.
Well, when did you send it to me?
Up to today. I sent it before that.
Oh, well, maybe I had. Okay, so you may have sent it today, but it may have been later than I was checking.
Yeah.
All right.
I sent it. I said, oh my God, I forget to send it for you. And when I talked to Miss Morris, said, you didn't send it? I said, no.
Yeah, because you just had to put number 1 and put mean, median, mode.
I didn't write it. I just put the answer.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you needed to do was put the answer.
Yeah.
Now, Mercedes, you sent me number 1 and number 2, but you had a strange number for mode. You had 80 something. Where did you get that from?
No, it's not 80. It's like 83.5. Look again.
No, your mode, you had.
Yeah, my mode is 35, not 85.
Well, that's what you sent me, 85.
No, look again, Miss Barbara. The number wrote, it looked like it's I'm looking at it right now. What the ones I put, the ones I take a picture and send it to you. It look like a 8, but it's just 3. Not bottom curve around too much. It's 3.5.
Oh, it's 3.5. Okay.
Yes, 3.5.
Hi, Miss Barbara.
Hello, how you doing, Maureen?
Hi.
But where did you get 35 from? Where did you get 35 from for the mode?
What I did, I have to, when we started, Miss, I don't know what I did my work paper.
Well, what is the mode, Mercedes?
Mode is, okay, actually talk, the most should be the most letter, most number up here. Oh, it's 44, not 35. What did I get that
It's
from?
what? What is the mode?
Oh, it's
44.
44. So that's why I say, where did you get 35 from?
Oh, sorry. That meant for the answer. I'm sorry. 44. That's the error. That's an error I made.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You did not give me 44.
Sorry, it's an error.
Okay, Maureen.
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Maureen had all of hers right that she sent me. There's one she didn't.
All of mine is right. It's an error. It's just an error.
Well, an error means it's not right, Mercedes. Mode is the most frequently occurring.
Exactly, I know that.
Item in the data set, right? I know you know that, but you picked a number that's not even there.
No, Miss, but because I just, you know what, in the morning, oh boy, I have to leave this night job. It's mashing up my brain.
Yeah, but I just want to know, how did you get 35?
It's an error. I'm writing something else. I don't know how I write that up. There's something else I was writing. But I'm sure is you have 244 in there, and that's the most number that popped up most. I know that. Definitely know that.
Okay, Maureen, how did you find the mean? Tell us how you found the mean.
I add up all the numbers and then divide it by 8.
Okay, so what was your total?
49.25.
No. What was your total? I didn't ask mean. When you added up these
Oh,
these 8, what did you get?
I take 394. I take. So I think I get 394.
What did you get, Marietta? 394?
What?
When you added up all these scores,
That's what I get.
okay, 394. And Maureen, you divided it by what?
Yeah.
8. That's what mean is. Total
Yeah.
of all the items divided by the number of items. So what did you get, Maureen?
49.25. And then I round it off.
Well, it didn't. Well, it says round to the hundredth. Mercedes, did you see that?
Uh, yes.
The mean round to the hundredth.
Yeah.
But you gave me 49. 49 is not round to the hundreds. That's round to the ones.
I tell you, I want to sleep so much.
Okay. You remember place value. This is the tenths. This is the hundredth. So that's like 2/10, 25 hundredths. That's what you got, right, Marietta? 49.25?
I didn't put the 25. I just put 49.
But so you didn't read the rounded to the hundredth right here.
Yeah, I just put I didn't put the 2 point. I say no. I put 49 instead of the
Okay.
the 49.25.
But it said determine the mean rounded to the hundredth. So you should have put that 0.25, right?
And yeah, I should have put it, but I just put 49.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying when you're looking at a word problem, look at what it's asked you to do, all the detail, and then give the answer based on what is asked for. And that's
Yeah.
what Maureen did. She put 49.25.
Oh,
Now, what is your median, Mercedes? What is your median and how did you find it?
47.
How did you find it?
Put the numbers in order.
Okay, give me the order.
Start with 32.
Okay, you went from low to high. Okay. 32. What's the next?
44. 44 again.
Okay. 44 is there twice. Okay.
45.
All right.
Then you have
55.
55.
You're throwing away the 49,
Oh, sorry, 49.
right? Make sure. You should check them off when you pick them. That way you know you've got everything.
Yeah.
Okay. What's after the 49?
And then you have 55.
55. Next.
58.
58.
67.
And what's next?
67.
Okay. Is that all of them?
I
8.
think so.
Count them up. They're 8, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you had an even set of items, how do you find the mean? I'm sorry, the median, Mercedes.
Okay, with the two middle, 49, sorry, 45 and 49 in the middle.
Okay.
So you had them together.
Right. Very good. Okay, let's just make that bigger. So it stands out. You have 45 and 49 in the middle because you have 3 scores before it and 3 scores after. So Mercedes, so you add those together and you divide by what, Mercedes?
By 2.
By 2. And that would give
Good
you.
afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
How you
Cassidy.
doing, Chastity?
Hi, how's everybody?
Yes.
Miss Barbara, I don't have this.
Did you do this homework?
I don't have that one. I'm checking through my papers now while you was explaining, and I'm like, I have every assignment 9, 10, 7, 8. I don't have the assignment 11.
I'll have to check. It may be my error. Maybe that I didn't send it to you,
All right, thank you.
but I'll, okay. But you understand mean and median and mode, right? Chastity?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know when you have an even set of items, you have two in the middle that you average out by adding them up and divide by 2, right?
Yeah.
So this is 45 plus 49. Let's just put that in parentheses and you're gonna divide this by 2. So divided by 2, and what does that give you, Mercedes?
47.
4.
Yeah,
94
94 divided by 2
is
equal
47.
47. So
Yeah.
the median is 47. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is the mode, Mercedes?
The mode is 44.
The mode is 44 because it appears twice and every other score appears once. The most frequently occurring item, that's the mode. Any questions on number 1?
Yes, miss. How do you write the number? Mean, how do you write, put it in writing?
What do you mean writing?
You said round off to the nearest 100, or you write it?
49. Oh, it didn't say mode, it says mean.
Mean, I'm talking 100.
Yeah,
The mean,
49.25.
that's all right.
That's hundredths. This 2 is in what decimal place, Mercedes? The 2 right here.
The
What
10,
decimal place is that?
is that the 10?
That's the 10th. And the 5 is what place?
100.
Hundredth. So this will be 49 and 25 hundredths. Okay, because if you divide this out, you probably have some other numbers following the 5. So you round it off to the hundredths. That's 2 decimal places.
Oh, so I get 49.25. So
That's the answer.
okay,
Okay,
but I didn't put the point 25. I just put the 49.
that's right. So you round it to the ones. The 9 is in the ones place. The
Yeah.
4 is in the tens place. So if you put 49, you didn't answer the question because it said determine the mean rounded to the hundredth. Answer 49.25.
Okay, I should have put the 2
Two
point.
2 5s.
That's
Okay.
right.
I didn't put it either. I had it and I didn't put it.
Oh boy.
Naturally.
What are you doing? Just ignoring instructions?
Huh?
Just understood a little bit.
Determine the mean rounded to the hundredth. Not to the ones, okay? To the hundredth, which means you got to have a decimal point and then the hundredth place is that second column right there. That's the hundredth. If I said the tenth, what would it be, Maureen? What would be the answer? If I said to the 10th, what would be the answer?
Me?
Yes, Maureen.
49.2?
That's 49.2. No.
Mm.
Remember 5 or greater, you bump up.
Oh,
So what would it be, Maureen?
49.3.
49.3. Yes, if I said round to the 10th, then this is a 5. 5 or greater, you bump up the number next to it. That would be 49.3. Got it?
I didn't go further because I wasn't sure. I remember the correct answer.
What is it, Mercedes?
I don't think I didn't go any further. I just stopped it there because I wasn't sure if I should say add the 1, which is 5, to the 2 and say 45.3. I have it in my head, but I said, leave it there.
No, it didn't say to the 10th. So you had to have 2 decimal places here,
Okay.
right? Hundredths is 2 decimal places. Tenths is 1. Thousands is 3. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go to number 2. Okay. Now we'll just, for number 2, I'll put the number, you tell me the letter. Okay, Marietta, the mode, number 1, what's the letter? Which one does it match on the right?
D.
Most frequently occurring, D. Okay. All right, now let's go to 2. The mean, which one, Marietta?
A.
Average, same as average, okay. All right. Chastity, number 3. Median.
Medium is the more. Medium is the.
Which one? Oh, you know it's not A or D because we've used those. So now,
I already.
yeah, okay. So which one is the median?
The middle number.
The middle number. Very good. That's B. Okay. Now the range. Maureen, which one is the range?
F.
Difference between the high and the low. Correct. Right. Now number 5, the minimum. Mercedes.
C.
C, the lowest number. Right. And the maximum, Mercedes.
E.
The highest number. Right. E. That's all you had to do. Match those, put the number, the letter that it matches. Because this shows you understand the mode, you understand the mean, the median, and the range difference between the lowest and the highest. And lowest is minimum, highest is maximum. Questions?
Oh, thank you, Miss. Okay,
Okay.
good.
All right, so I think everybody got those right. I see, Marietta, you said you sent it to me again and you corrected what you had because you had your mode and your range mixed up, right?
Yeah.
You remember when I told you to go look at it again?
Yeah, you tell me to look at it, and I went and look at it, and I did it, and I said, I went out. I said, I'm going to send the homework I'm sending it too early. Let me leave it there. And Miss Maureen said, you are sending your homework yet? I said, no. I asked Miss Maureen if she get number 3, and I did all different kind of way, and she said she didn't get it. I said, well, I took the one that close thing.
Okay,
So
now I don't think anybody sent me number 3, and I'm wondering why.
number
Oh,
3.
oh my gosh, Miss.
I'm wondering why.
I
Now,
could do it, Miss. Oh my gosh. I go over and over.
okay, Mercedes, read number 3.
It says the mean weight of 5 complete computer stations is 167.2 pounds.
Okay.
The weights of 4 of the computer stations are 158.4 pounds, 162.8 pounds, 165 pounds, and 178.2 pounds, respectively. What is the weight of the 5th computer station nearest 10th?
Okay. Now, Maureen, if the mean weight of 5 complete computer stations is 167.2, right? What's the total of those 5 complete computer stations? What's the total weight? Let me just bring this over. I'm bringing this down. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't tell
What's the total weight? If the
you.
mean or average is 167.2 and you have 5 of these stations, what's the total weight of those 5 stations?
1, okay, 1, 6, 7, 1,
Okay.
2, 6, 16,
How do you find it?
5. Yeah, add all together, right? So if I add all together, I get out 825.6.
No. The question I ask you, we're only looking at mean weight of 5 complete computer stations is 167.2 pounds. Now, if you know the mean of those 5 stations is 167.2 pounds, what's the total weight of those 5 complete stations? That's what I'm asking you. Total weight of the 5 computer stations. Think about your definition of mean.
Miss, can I ask a question?
Yes,
Does that mean we should multiply 167.2 by 5?
that's it. Thank you,
Oh my
Mercedes.
arms. Why am I so
Thank
doubtful?
you, Mercedes. Very good. I knew when you read it, you'd be able to figure it out. So multiply 5 times 167.2. Okay, 5 times 167.2. What does that equal to?
836.
This is times.
6,
Okay.
7,
What does that equal to, Mercedes?
5.
836.
Okay, so 836, and that's the pounds that 5 of those weigh.
Oh my God. So
So
I
you can
was doing
probably find the answer now, right?
right all I didn't realize that's not myself and I stopped. I said, oh my God, I'm not getting it
You
right.
were
What
on the right track.
I said, what is wrong with this math? I can't do it. And I did
Well,
it
think
right.
about it, Mercedes. To get the mean, you had to divide some total by 5. That could only be 5 times 167.2.
Oh boy.
Because mean would be what? 836 divided by 5.
Yeah, because 5 bigger.
Okay. Now, since you know what 5 of them weigh, right?
Yeah.
You can find what 4 of them weigh, right, Maureen?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
total weight of 4 of the stations? Of 4
4.
computer stations.
I get 658.4.
Okay. So you added up these 158.4. Let's just put it here. That's the way you find it. Add up those weights. 158.
I thought it was 167.2 divided by 5. No?
No. How do you find mean, Chastity?
No, I thought that's what I heard Mercedes saying.
No.
It's not
No,
dividing?
no. She said you multiply.
Oh, multiply. All right.
Multiply the number of stations by the mean. That gives you the total. Just like to find mean, you do what? Divide the total by the number of items.
Mhm.
That's where that mean came from. A total divided by the items. But since you know the mean, you can find what that total is. Is it making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, okay, number of items mean, total. How would you find mean if you had the 836 and you knew there were 5 items? You divide 836 by 5. That would give you 167.2.
Okay.
Okay, so the total weight of the 5 computer stations is the number of computer stations times the mean. Now, you want to find the total weight of 4 computer stations. So, Maureen, you added up these totals, right?
Yeah,
And what did you get for your total?
I get 658.4.
Okay, so that's 165. I put 0. Okay, plus the last one, 178.2. What's that equal to, Maureen?
I get 658.4.
658.4. Did everybody add it up?
No, Miss, because I was a bit confused here.
I think I did it wrong. I don't know. I got 664.4. Let me do it again.
Okay, let's everybody do it so we can check that it's correct. Okay, 158.4
4.
plus 162.8 plus 165 plus 178.2. 664.4.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, Maureen, check your math because that's what I just got. 664.4.
0.8.
Okay.
No, 0.4. Yeah.
660. Okay, so now you know what 5 of them weigh. You know what 4 of them weigh. How would you find the weight of the 5th computer, Marietta? Marietta, are you there?
You add the 178.2, which gives you 836.6. Is that the one?
No,
No?
my question is, you know the weight of 5 of them, 5 of the computer stations. You know the weight of 4 of them. How would you find the weight of that 5th one? Just think logical. You know what 4 weigh, you know what 5 weigh. What added the weight to it? What weight added to the 5th? I mean, to the 5. What operation would you do?
You know, I think I did how I did it. Subtract or
Go
multiply.
ahead, Marietta. What did you say? Say what you said first.
I subtract the answer that 664 to you have to subtract 664.4
From what?
from oh my god.
Well, there's only one thing there to subtract it from. You're on the right track, Marietta.
From 5?
No. We look at it pounds.
Oh, you subtract 664.4 to 836.
That's it, Marietta. That's it. You know what 5 of them weigh. You know what 4 of them weigh. The difference is the weight of that 5th one. So you take the 836. Okay, this is 0.0 minus 664.4. And what do you get? Everybody do that one?
171.6.
171.6. 171.6 pounds. And it says tenths, and that's tenths, right? And that's the weight of the fifth computer.
It's 171.6.
Yes, 170, and that's the answer what?
C.
I
Answer C as in Charlie.
choose D. I just I multiply it and I just choose D. And I leave the rest.
But wait now, Mercedes. How could you choose D? How could one computer weigh more
It's not
than
me,
all
miss.
5 together?
I said this is
It's
Marietta.
not me, miss.
Right, that's not logic, right?
It's
Think
not me,
about it,
miss.
Marietta. It could never be D.
I put D. Because
No. Why did you
every-
put D?
I did everything all different ways. And it comes close to D.
But think logical, Marietta. We're trying to find the weight of one computer station. How could one computer station weigh more than a total of 5 computer stations? Right?
I just
You got to
multiply.
think, does the answer make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Right? It doesn't make sense. You can't have this one computer weighing more than when you put 5 together.
I see my thing. I say, huh? I tried. When you tell me number 3 was wrong. I did all different way, but I did not multiply. I multiply the thing and I get 836 something. And I say, oh, well, I'll leave it that way because me cannot making my head hurt. I try.
Well, the thing is, you know mean. You just told me what mean means, what the definition of the
Yeah.
problem we did before, right? The only thing here, you're given mean and you give a number of items. So to find the total is number of items times the mean. It's just another way of saying mean, except you're looking for total. Right?
Yeah.
Mean. Let's just put here. Mean equal total times number of items. All right. So if you want the total, you'd have to multiply number of items times mean. It's just another way of writing the mean formula, except you're looking for total. Because you know the number is 5 items. You know the mean, the total is number of items times the mean. Once you know how much, what the weight is of 5, and of course you can find the weight of the 4 because you have the weight of each computer for those 4 stations. Add them up, like Maureen said, and the difference would be that 5th computer station.
Okay.
And like Marietta said, you subtract. Got it? Any questions on number 3?
Yes.
Think you'll be able to do another one like that, right?
Miss, question is,
Yes, Mercedes.
after, all right, after we multiply 167.2 by 5 and get 836.
Right.
I don't call like how. So after you do that, you're going to add up all of the other numbers.
Yes. Because what is that 836, Mercedes? I have it right here. What is that 836?
The 836 is what when I multiply is the 5 I used to multiply 167.2.
Yeah, so that 836 is a total weight of 5 computer stations.
Okay, so miss, I add up all of the rest too and get 664.4, and you know what to do next and just stop and say, oh my God, why I can't get it?
Well, just think, you know what 5 things weigh, you know what 4 things weigh, then the difference has to be the one you just added, the 5th one.
If I just continue, miss, and just use my head, because it really come to me to take away that from, I said, no, I don't see none of this number in the answer
Well, you
itself.
should have done it anyway, and you would have seen you got
In
one
the
of the answers,
boy.
one of
Don't
the
see it.
choices, right?
Yeah. Sure.
But
Where should we
you
get the-
just think logical. And it doesn't have to be computer stations, right?
Okay.
It could be apples. Say you got 4
Yeah.
pounds. You know
Yeah.
what 4 pounds weigh. Then you
Yeah.
get 5 pounds, right? Then you say the difference is the number that you added.
I was right on the right track and too doubtful and stuff.
Yeah. So if you know, say what, take vegetables, you know what certain vegetables weigh, and then you say, well, let me get some more vegetables. Now the difference is the weight of the one I just added. If if 4 weighed 10 pounds, 5 weighed 15 pounds, what did I add? How many pounds?
Pardon me? I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. I bought some fruit
Yes.
and it weighed 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I added some fruit to it and now it weighs 15 pounds. What's the weight of what I added?
That's 5 pounds more.
5. You did what? 15 minus 10. That's the
Yeah.
same thing here.
Okay.
Same,
get my
exactly
really-
the same thing.
Those structure, I really think them and get them, and then I said, no, what am I doing wrong? And I just stop.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't do that, Mercedes, because you were
Oh,
on the right path. So you had the 836. But you didn't put a name to that. That 836 is the weight of 5 computer stations. Then you say, well, I got the weights of these 4 computer stations. I can just add those up and get that total weight. Right? Now, for 5 computer stations, I know the weight. For 4 computer stations, I know the weight. The difference will be the weight of that 5th computer. Because that's the one I added to get the 836, right?
I think I know why I get fed up, miss. Let me tell you why.
Okay, tell me why, Mercedes.
Okay. For the 836.0.
Okay.
All right, I subtract 664 point, what is it? Where is it? 4. 4. Okay. And my answer is, okay.
You didn't get 171.6?
When I do it on my own, when I didn't use when I didn't use my calculator, I get 171.4. That's the reason why I was doubtful.
Yeah, but 4, see that you have a 0.4 here, you have a 0, so that's 4 from 10, right? 4 from 10 is 6,
Okay. I
right?
didn't look at it like that. That's why.
Yes, 4 from 10, because you
I should have
borrowed
carried
here,
one
made this
across
10.
to the 0, make 10.
That's
Leave
right.
5 and say 4 from 10, leave 6.
That's it. Right?
And then 4 from 5 leave.
It's
Oh
1, right?
Lord.
And 6
That's
from
why I
13
forgot to.
is 7.
Yeah. I just do it. I just said, but it's not 4 in the answer. I see 0.6 with the answer in it. So I said, sure, I'm not doing it right and leave it. I forgot
But
to
you know,
cross.
Mercedes,
I
since your
forgot to carry one
answer
across.
came, even though you made a mistake, your answer came close to one of the numbers. You should have selected it because it's the closest to the possible answers.
When I see the 4, I said, no, where can I get in the 6? What, I forgot that I should put a 1 there and cross this
Yeah.
6 and 5.
Yeah, that's borrowing from the 6
Yeah,
to make this
I
a
forgot to
10.
borrow.
Yep,
I forgot
that's
to
a
borrow.
10. So 4 from
Yeah.
10 is 6.
All right.
Right.
Next time. Okay.
Now, next time I'll give you another one like that on your homework. Okay. Now let's go to PEMDAS.
This is another beat up, miss. Oh my God. I do this over again. I can't get it.
Maureen can tell you how to do it. Maureen,
Got it right?
Maureen just whizzed right through this one, right, Maureen?
Huh?
I say you just whizzed right through this one. right?
I know.
Yeah, Maureen can tell you what to do.
Probably everybody has done in tree when they get it right too, because that's my answer. But I didn't work out nothing.
You guessed the answer.
Yeah, but I didn't work out
Well,
nothing.
tell me, Maureen, which
What?
one? Well, according to PEMDAS, which one would you do first?
You want the parentheses.
And that's an exponent, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you do -3 times -3 times -3, what do you get?
A 27.
Plus or minus?
A minus.
Okay, so let me just copy this over. Okay, let's put this here. And I'll just put this would be -3, okay, times -3 times -3. And Maureen said that is a -27. Does everybody see that?
Okay.
-3 times a -3 is a +9. A +9 times a -3 is a -27. Got
Mister,
it?
guess what? Guess what, miss?
What?
Where can we do it then? I
Question?
don't know. But if it was my glasses that what was working, I think it was a 2.
What, you thought this was a 2 right here?
Yes. Yes, miss. Honestly. I thought
Okay.
it was a 2.
Ah,
Oh,
that's 3. That means you multiply the number by itself 3 times.
I thought it was a 2. I didn't zoom it up. So
Was it big enough to print? Because I thought I gave you this print big.
I
because I
had a
was
two.
working from my
I
phone
had a
at
two
work.
too. But then
You-
I couldn't get it out, so I said, let me go back in my phone and see if it was a really 2 or 3. So
No,
when I
but
got back in my phone, it tell me 3. Yeah.
oh, okay. All right. Now, should I make it bigger when I send you this? If you
But I
thought
already
it,
had copied mine wrong. I said
oh,
3
you
people
copied it
2.
wrong because I thought I made it
I
plain.
copied it wrong too because I was at work and I work in the paper my spare time. So I thought it was a 2. So I said 3 is 9.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, but
'Cause I
before you
know
do mine,
sometimes.
if I can find the answer, so I can maybe go back in my phone and check again.
Okay. So
Number 4,
minus
number
time minus is plus, time minus is minus. So this is a -27. Okay, Maureen, what's your next step?
And then I divide 27 into 81 and get 3.
Okay, a minus over divided by a minus is a plus.
Yeah,
So that becomes what, Maureen?
plus 3.
That's it. Very good. 14 plus 3, and that's equal to what, Maureen?
17.
And the answer then is
C.
3.
answer C. Any questions?
Boy, this booming of the water. I can't believe it.
Mercedes, is it clear?
I can't believe I get it because I couldn't see that number. I thought it was 2. So I'm not seeing the answer in what I can see none of them because my answer said,
You know, Mercy, you know what to do when you open your phone, right?
huh?
And you, if you open your phone, you rotate it to the flat size, right? Just
Oh,
take your
yeah.
finger, just take your finger, open it, the thing, it will come up big.
Yeah, because I said 3
But
is 9.
you were on your phone, right? You can put your finger on the screen and
Yeah, move the
spread it
screen,
out,
yeah.
move it to make it bigger. You do that,
Yeah,
Mercedes?
that what I do for my
Sometime,
phone.
but at the moment, right now I did it on the Zoom up, but at work, I don't know. Oh, I see a 2.
But
I got mine on
you
Zoom
can
too.
put your finger on your phone and
Yeah,
open up your
I open
screen
it up.
so everything's bigger.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
can put it
do
there.
that?
Yeah, watch it rotate, yeah.
Mercedes, do you do that?
No, no.
But
Well,
that you gotta do.
you should because
Yeah,
it makes a difference.
yeah, put
I
it
do it
on
all the
rotate
time.
and
Okay.
push your hand like a slide in. The camera, I think will move.
Yeah, I do it
Yeah,
all the time because I get things sent to me and they're really fine print,
yeah. What I do too anyway, you know, off my tape, put it to rotate and set up my hand and move it there.
right? Makes a difference. Makes a
Oh yeah, a
real
lot different.
difference.
Oh yeah.
Mercedes, any questions on 14?
So, wait a minute. After you get the 27, you say you do what? You
This is
divide,
the division symbol right here. Let me be.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you divide 27 into 81 and get 3.
yeah,
Yeah, because
because
it's
because
minus over
No, no,
minus.
yeah, yeah.
sure that I know what I was doing. After I get then I said 3 is 9 then because it's 2 3. I says 9 into 81. I said, but that answer can't be right. Something is wrong here.
Oh,
If I
okay. So you got
Yeah,
a
I was on the
9.
right track, but only the figure was wrong to me.
Yeah,
Wasn't right.
okay. So with a 9, you don't get one of those answers.
Yes.
Okay. But is it clearer now to you?
Yes, miss.
But
Yes.
just remember, if you're on your phone, you can use your fingers and open up the screen so everything's bigger. Okay.
Oh.
All right, let's go to number 5. And this is similar to one we just did. Let's say, do you want to try this one?
This one.
Mean of 4 numbers, 71.5.
Oh, what time I didn't get to do this one. I know why I didn't get to do this one because we have a trainee come on and they said I'm the one to train her, so I got to walk. So I walking up and down in the night. Let me see.
So what do you do doubles?
Huh? Yeah,
You
I
do
double.
doubles? Oh.
That's why.
Oh.
The mean of 4 number is 71.5.
Right, so you know you need that. This
So the
is
mean-
just like one we just did, actually.
Okay.
And you know 3 of the numbers. There are the three of the numbers you're given. Right? What is the 4th number? Now this is just like the one we just did, really. Let's go back up here.
Yeah.
It's just like the computer station number. We were looking for the 5th computer weight. Here we're looking for the 4th number. So
Okay.
you can do this one this exact same way. So what would you get? I'll say these. Tell me what to do.
So it says what if the 3 of the numbers are 58, 76, and 88, what is the value of the 4th number? So I think the value of the 4th number could be you're going to divide, miss.
Now, what's the first thing you want to do? What's the total
Get the total of the
of the 4 numbers?
Oh.
How would you do that? Remember how we did the other one?
Add them together.
No.
We do again now.
If the mean is 71.5 and that came from having 4 items, how would you
Okay.
find the total?
You're going the total for the 4th number.
The total of these 4 numbers. You know the mean,
Okay.
and you know the
Items.
number of items is 4. So what would be the how would you find the total of those 4 numbers?
Multiply 71.5 by 4.
That's it. So do that.
71.5
4 times 71.5.
be 286.
Everybody multiplying it out. Okay, so that's equal to 286. Okay. Now, what would you do next? I'll say these. What would you do next?
The total, you're going to add up the 58 plus 76 plus 88.
That's right. Get the 3 numbers total. So get the total of the 3 numbers. That's correct. You see how this was just like the other problem, right?
The
So
answer
that's
would be,
58.
oh my
I
God.
thought we're supposed to add those
So
numbers.
it's 2, 2.
Yeah, you're adding them.
Yeah.
But you saying you want
222.
No, you add these 3 numbers together, Chastity.
Yes.
58 plus 76 plus 88.
And you got 222 for the answer.
Everybody add that up. 58 plus 76 plus 88.
222.
222.
But
Oh,
why do
what's
we
it?
have to multiply the first ones? Like 4 times 71.5.
Yes. Why did you multiply?
Yeah.
Okay, because, okay, let me put over here. Mean equal total divided by number of items. Let me just underline this. Right, and that's what mean is equal to? Yes, now, okay. So mean is total by number of items. Let me just put here. Number of items. Okay, that's what mean is equal to. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've been doing that, and you know what that definition of mean is. Okay. Now, in the case of this, Chastity, you've got a mean, and you've got a number of items, and you want to find total. How would you find total in this formula?
Multiplying the 4 by 71.5.
That's it. That's what you did. Because there's the mean, 71.5. Number of items is 4. When you multiply that, you get a total. It's just calculating the total from the mean formula. You know the mean. You know you have 4 numbers. The total is the mean times the 4. Got it?
Yes.
That's why you multiply. It's just another way of using the mean formula, find something else other than the mean. You
Yeah,
know
that's
the
cute.
mean.
That's really cute, miss. That's very cute. I
All
think
right.
about it.
Yeah.
That's really
Just
good.
think of this. If you know the mean, you know the number of items, you can find the total. Just multiply. Because what do? You divide the total by the number of items, you get the mean. Right?
Then you subtract.
Okay.
You get
So
answer.
what's the next step,
Subtract.
Elsadie? Okay, so what would be your answer?
Answer would be definitely
286
A.
minus 222.
And the
And
answer
you
is
got your
64.
answer. What's the answer?
64.
64. Answer A.
A.
You see,
Yeah.
that's just like the one we just did, right?
Miss, you don't believe that I go all the way and get 222 and stall? I couldn't believe it.
Did you get the 286?
No, I do I reach to get 222.
Okay,
But
so you
I
knew
don't remember. I
you
didn't,
had to add those up, but you didn't know what you had to
I,
do with that
yes,
total.
yeah, I didn't know to do the other part. That's why I couldn't go further. So I said, oh
Okay.
my goodness.
First thing, you scared me when you see you start. I want
Total of the 3. You
not
say, well,
only
I can
a
find the total of the 4 because I was given the mean and I was given
only a bus
that
and a
they're
car
4.
is start of the motorcycle.
Oh boy.
Okay, so all right, so that's the end of the homework. Now I've got a couple of
Very
other,
refreshing, miss. Very refreshing.
yeah, okay, so I've got a,
Can you send me this, please?
yes, at the end, I send all of this,
Okay.
get the whole section. Okay, now, have anybody heard of outlier?
Say that again.
Outlier, that's a value
Oh,
that
yeah.
differs significantly from rest of the data. It's like if you had okay, let me take it. Okay. If you were taking, say, statistics on something, and you said on a given day, say 7 people had ice cream, strawberry ice cream, let's say, all right? So in another day, we would say 9 people had. And then we'll say 12 people. And then we'll say another day, we had 30 people. The outlier is the 30 because it is so much higher than these other 3. So when you're looking at values, look for things that kind of like don't fit in with the other numbers. All right, we call these outliers. Outlier. Okay. Now I want you to use that principle to solve this problem. Megan wants to get an accurate picture of household salary in her neighborhood. The salaries for people in her neighborhood are 87,000, 94,000, 103,000, and 97,000 and 55,000. What measure of central tendency, that means mean, mode, median, will most accurately describe the data? Now, you see an outlier here. What's the outlier in these salaries?
103.
What is it?
103,000.
30.
No,
103,000. Isn't that the one?
no.
What you talking about? Make sure you talk about this, Bob. It's a bottom of the top.
I thought you said the greatest score is the outlier.
Make that bigger. Okay. The other salaries. Now, the outlier would be which one? Which one does not really fit in with the rest of the others?
55.
55,000. Thank you, Marietta.
I don't
'Cause it-
understand that then,
yeah.
miss. Understand.
What is it,
I'm-
Mercedes?
I don't understand because I'm looking at the figure that you did example figure like 7, 9, 12, 30, and you said 30 was the outlier. So in my mind, the greatest number in what you just gave is the outlier.
No, it's not always the biggest number. It could be a small number.
One number.
Understand then.
What is it, Mercedes?
I don't understood then.
Oh, what the outlier is?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Well, okay. 87, 94, 103, 97. Those are all within the range of, say, 80 to 100,000. But look at this one. Where does it fit? Seems out of place.
Oh, it's less.
A lot less,
Yeah.
right? So that's the outlier, the 55,000.
Oh, I got you now.
You got me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes you have data and something doesn't really fit so much, right? Now, based on that, think about it. What measure of central tendency? That means, is it mean? Is it mode? Is it median? Now, calculate the mean of those figures. Tell me what you get. Is it? And we really don't have a mode here, right? Because they all are disappearing once.
87.
Okay, so let's just find the mean. I want everybody to find the mean. 87.
You got to bring it back down. You can't too high.
What is it, Maureen?
Okay, good. I got it. 87, 1, 2, 3. 94, 1, 2, 3.
Can see I need to put the light on. I'll be right back. I'm going to put my light on.
Okay.
0, 0, 0, 5, 3.
Anybody have a mean?
I know I can off the numbers.
I get nothing yet because I could not see nothing.
Oh, can you see the numbers here? 87,000, 94,000, 103,000, 97,000, 55,000.
Which one we doing?
You're finding the mean for these salaries.
Okay.
Add these up and divide by 5. What do you get?
Okay. No, I ain't do nothing yet because I didn't know
Okay.
what you were doing.
All right. Jess, do you have a number for the mean?
Okay, hold on.
Maybe
17, 17,
I'm
17,
sorry.
21, 22, 19, 28, I don't want to say.
Maureen, you gotta mute. Sorry.
Just let me shut my mouth. I won't be mad.
You don't really have to put the zeros. You can add them at the end. Okay. Plus 103 plus 97. Okay, plus 55. And all that's divided by what? 5. And divided by 5. Anybody got an answer?
Oh boy,
Green, you got an answer?
not it.
Mercedes, you have an answer?
Almost missed, but after we rewrite, I made an error with one of the numbers that we go over.
I got 87.2.
What did you get?
87.2.
Okay, so that would be 87. Okay, you got 87.2, but in thousands, it would be what? 87,200.
87,200.
Okay, because we dropped the zeros, so the 87,200. So that's what the mean is.
37.
Everybody get 87,200? Remember, we dropped the zeros, so then you have to add them back. So 87,200 is the mean. Now, what is the median? Everybody define the median.
What was the answer you got? 87?
87.2, but you put the zeros back because that was in thousands, right? 87,200. That's the mean. Everyone get 87.2? The Chastity got? Okay. Now, what is the median? Maureen, you have a median?
Yeah. The medium is 103,000. The medium is 103.
What is the median?
Let's see, no.
Put them in order.
You got to put them in order.
Oh yeah, I forget this is the medium.
Median, they have to
sorry.
be increasing or decreasing order.
I think about the mean, sorry.
So you put them in order, you'd have, if you put them low to high, it would be 55 and
You
what?
did not look at that. I
87.
didn't even take 55.
What is it?
I add all the numbers, but I didn't. I leave 55.
You left that to 55? Okay. 87, what, 94,
I
97.
got 94.
97,
I forget 55. Oh my God.
103. Okay, so
Yeah.
5 numbers. There's one sitting in the middle. What's the middle number?
94.
94.
94.
Four.
There's your median.
Mhm.
Okay, let's make that bigger.
And there's no mode.
Okay, so median equal 94. So half of them are below the 94 and half are above the 94.
Mhm.
So which one of these you think more accurately describe the data? The median or the mean? There is no mode.
Which was, okay.
Because remember, we have an outlier here, the 55,000. So which one do you think more accurately describes the data? Is it the mean or is it the median?
I would say the medium.
You're absolutely
is.
right, Maureen. It's the
Yeah.
median. Because 87,200 mean is so far from what that outlier is, right?
Mhm.
So you're better off using the midpoint to describe the data. In other words, half the people above 94 and half the people below 94. That more accurately describe the data. So the answer here would be median. Just remember, when you have a set of data and you have an outlier, that is a number that differs quite significantly from other values.
Oh,
That usually the mean doesn't describe the data, because somebody looking at this and says, oh, 87,200 salary. But that doesn't describe that low person in there. You're better off saying a midpoint, how many above, how many below.
Oh,
Got it?
yeah.
Question? Okay. That's just something for you to keep in mind. Okay. One more. I think I have one. No, I have,
Miss, before you move on, can you
yes.
finish
Okay.
scroll back
Let me
down?
go back here. Okay.
Oh, right there. When you add up, hold on a minute. Let me see. When you add up all the numbers from 87 to 55, what was the answer they got?
87.2 is the mean.
No, that's 87.2 is the mean, all right. But what's the answer they got to divide by the 5?
Oh, the 87, the 94, the 103.
Oh, when I add them up, I get 436, and I divide by 5, then I get 87.2. So you
No, 87. You add up all those salaries. 87.
yeah,
Yeah. What did you get? You said.
got 436. I'm looking at your screen for
And
it.
then
So
you divide it by 5. You get
yeah,
87.2. Yes.
yeah. I don't see your written there. That's why I'm asking. I don't see your 430.
No, I just said 480. Okay, let me put it here. It's 436 divided by 5.
Let me put it there. Yeah.
And that's equal 87.2.
Right,
All
right.
right. Okay.
And I feel like you don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions on that? All right. But I just want you to understand that sometimes the mean doesn't describe the data. That's the lesson I want you to get out of this. Sometimes the mean does not accurately describe the data. This is a case it does not, because of that value that's so different from the other values of the salary. Okay, so median would be the answer. These are your and that says measures of central tendency, or mean, mode, median. Range is not called a measure of central tendency, okay? It's only 3 of them: mean, mode, median.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to, okay. Maureen, read number 2.
Right back.
okay. The front row in the movie theater has 23 seats. If you were asked to sit in the seat that
Accompanied.
It occupied the median position.
Where they accompanied from. Let's occupy the median. She gonna mute.
Maureen's not on mute.
yeah, I switched it off. That was my phone. I cut it out.
Okay.
If you were asked to sit in a seat that occupied the medium position, in which seat would you have to sit?
Can you read it again, please?
The front row in a movie theater has 23 seats. If you were asked to sit in a seat that occupied the medium position, in which seat would you have to sit?
Oh,
Median is midpoint. What's midpoint of 23 seats?
The midpoint of 23 seats is
one and a half,
okay.
one and a half. That could be 11 and a half. So you could square it and say 11, miss. B, miss, the answer, miss? Or 12?
No, B is not the answer.
The
Well,
answer
R12, miss, R12.
is D.
It's D. That's right, Maureen. Tell everybody why it's D.
Miss, hold on, miss. Remember, I give you two answers. I said B or
No, you don't give me two answers, Mercedes. That's like giving me a multiple choice. Right? Nope. One answer.
Movie theater have
Okay.
20.
Maureen said 12, Maureen. Tell everyone why it's 12.
I
square it.
divided 23 by 2. Yeah. And get 11.1. So I said 12.
But think about the midpoint. That's an odd number, right? So
Mhm.
something's sitting right there in the middle. So
Mhm.
that means you have what? 11
12.
seats.
Yeah.
Okay. And 11 seats. And you have the seat right here. After 11, you have 12,
12.
Yep.
right?
Might as well square it, miss.
11 before, 11 after. So the first 11, the midpoint will be the 12 right here.
And the 5 is the half, miss. So 5 and 5.
Okay.
It's
See, I
just-
gave you an odd number so you could say, well, okay, in the mid, that means there's just one thing sitting in the middle. So I have first 11 seats, 12 seat is in the middle, and then I have 11 seats following that 12th seat. So the answer would be D.
They just square it, miss. And I say
Answer D, right? Now say, do you see why it's not 11?
I really know it was not really 11. I
You
was just,
said 11,
I know.
but
I
see,
want
midpoint is the seat after the 11th seat.
yeah.
That would be 12, right?
Because you divide it as she did, I did divide it, you get the 0.5. So but I still didn't want to let go.
Well, that means it can't be 11. It's got to be 12. Okay, so let's go to, before we go to decimals percent. Okay, Marietta, what are the modes of the following set of numbers? Take the first one. What are the modes?
Where is she?
Can you
The
see it? Should I make it bigger?
The first row you're talking about?
Yeah, 3A. Let me make it bigger for you. Okay. 3A, what are the modes for 3A?
What are the modes?
Mhm.
13. I have to 13.
Look again. Put your glasses on.
What is the most frequently occurring number? What number there appears more than any of the others? Appears most.
Oh,
What
the number
appears
B you
most?
talking about? Number B you talking
No,
about?
3A, 3A, right here. What's the mode?
To me, it's 10 and 13.
No.
What's the definition of mode, Marietta?
Uh,
She's not asking about median. She's asking about the mode.
Marietta, what's the definition of mode?
You know, I don't remember that one.
Mode is the one that appears the
more
most,
than once.
the one that appears more than any other number.
Okay.
So which number in this string of numbers appears more than any of the other numbers? The most frequently occurring number here is what?
Number 13.
I only have one 13.
You have 1, 3, 1, 13, 1, 6, 8, and 10, and 5,
look
and
at-
6.
Look again.
Wait a minute. I have 6, right? I knew once you started saying them, you'd see. The mode is 6. Because you have 2 6, right? And everything else is just 1.
You're putting that thing so small, and so I can't think.
No,
you don't
I
see-
made it bigger.
No,
I
you
made,
don't make it big for me. You
yeah, I
make-
made, okay.
you see?
Let's see.
It's 6.
It's 6.
Not I said, when she tells she have, I'm looking at the thing, and the thing that have no, and now I see
Okay,
6.
let me make it bigger. Okay. So mode is 6. Now look at B. What's the mode?
Oh, you have 16. You have 1, 2, 3, 16.
And it
And,
appears, 16 appears 3 times. That's
Yes.
more than all the others, right?
Yes.
Because
yes.
15 is there twice, 13 is
And
there
13
twice,
is there
but 16
twice.
is there 3. So the
3
mode
times.
is 16.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so now you know mode. Okay. Now let's go to fractions, decimals, and percents. Somebody want to tell me what is a fraction? Maureen, what is a fraction?
A fraction is, I can't explain you. A fraction is like 1/2.
It's like part of a whole, right? Numerator over denominator.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Yeah, like 1/2, 1/2.
Yeah.
Now we can write fractions as decimals,
Mm,
or we can write them as percents.
percent.
So 1/2, like half of $1, that's 50 cents, or 50% of $1. Okay. When you get to 1/4, that's like half of a half. That's 0.25 as a decimal, 25%.
25%.
Okay. Now, let me just go to new share and go to the whiteboard.
Excuse me.
Okay. So we said 1/2. And 1/2 is equal to what percent? 1/2 is what percent?
50%.
50%. So we'll write 50. And what would that be as a decimal?
That's going to be 0.05.
105 or 5/10, right?
Yeah.
105. Okay. Now, let me go to another fraction. 1/8. What percent?
40%.
1/8.
Oh,
1/8 is
It's
half
half.
of 1/4.
oh. Yeah.
1/4 is what percent?
1/4 is 25.
What's half of 25?
12.5.
12.5. So 12.5%. See, if you know 1/2, you know 1/4, and you should know 1/8. This is 12.5%. Now, what would this be as a decimal, Maureen?
What? You mean 12 and 1/2?
Yes, as a decimal.
12 and 1/2. I don't know. A decimal is 0.
Well, let me write it as 12.5. Right? Now, a percent is a ratio of a number to 100, right? So how would you write this as a decimal? 0.
0.125.
That's it, 0.125. Now, I gave you a table of common decimals, percents, and fractions. And some of those you should really know, like 1/2, 1/8, 1/4. If you know 1/8, you know 3/8. I'll say these, what's 3/8 equal to? You know 1/8, you know 3/8. What's 3/8 equal to? Mercedes?
I'm here, but I go blank because I don't know the
What's
That's-
3 times 12.5?
what?
Well, 1/8 is 12.5%. 3/8 will be 3 times 12.5%. What's 3 times 12.5?
That's 13. 4. Understand.
What's 3 times 12?
36.
And what's 3 times 1/2?
3 times half of 36 you're talking?
No, I said, you told me 3. Okay, you said 3 times 12.
36.
That's 36, okay? Okay, so we have that, 3 times. What's 3 times 1/2?
Oh, 3 times 1/2 you're asking me? Oh, got you.
Yeah, what is that equal to?
That would equal to 2.5. No, 1, 2, 3.5. Let me go
3,
back.
numerator times numerator, that's 3. So
Yeah.
that's 3/2.
4.5.
3/2. And 3/2 is equal to what? As a mixed fraction.
1.5.
1.5. So add those two together and what do you get?
3.5.
No,
4.5.
36 plus 1.5 is equal to what?
4.5.
36 plus 1.5.
Oh, 36 plus 1.5, you're saying?
Yes.
So that would be 37.5.
Yes, 37.5. So I'm saying if you know 1/8, you know 3/8. So that's 37.5%. And you can
And-
write that as a decimal, 37.5 or 0.375. Okay, so I want you to know the relationship because it's just a way of expressing the same thing. Percent, fraction, decimal. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions on the structure of decimals, percents, fractions?
I need to study this some more, Miss Garcia. I hate to know that. I feel guilty to know that you're teaching us this thing and you're
Yeah.
not grasping it.
Yeah, there's a fraction, numerator, top number over denominator. Okay. And just remember, a percent is just a ratio of a number to 100. All right. So if I had the number, say 2.5. Okay. Maureen, What is that equal to as a percent?
2.5.
Yes.
I don't know, but I can guess 40%.
No.
2.5. Mhm.
One, let me do this. One is equal to 100%. Number one is 100%. So what would 2.5 be equal to, Maureen?
25%.
No, if
Uh,
one is
100.
100, two would be 200,
200.
2.5 would be what?
2.5 would be, I don't, 0.225.
No, it would be 250%.
Oh,
Percents can be greater than 100, they can be less than one.
okay.
Okay, so that would be 250%. Okay, now we're going to look at some ways of how you can convert these, because that's the important thing to know here, is how to convert from one to the other. Okay, so let's go back to, right. Okay, now here's the conversions. You should know how to go from percent to decimal. There are a couple of ways you can do it, actually. You can divide by 100, or you can shift decimal points. All right, so when you go from percent to decimal, you divide by 100, you're dropping the percent sign. Or you can say you shift your decimal point 2 places to the left. So here's the percent, 75%. Where's your decimal? Behind the 5. Move it 2 places to the left, 0.75. Questions? So to go from percent to decimal, remember I'll be sending you this whole section with these rules. Go from percent to decimal, divide by 100, which is the same thing as moving your decimal point 2 places to the left. Now, if you're doing the reverse, you're going from decimal to percent, you multiply. Notice you divide when you're going from percent to decimal, divide by 100. When you're going from decimal to percent, you multiply by 100, or you shift your decimal point 2 places to the right. Right? So here's a decimal, 0.125. Move your decimal point 2 places to the right between the 2 and the 5, and that becomes 12.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Once you do these, it becomes a lot clearer to you as as you practice with them. Okay. Now let's go from fraction to decimal. Here's a fraction, 2/5. Now, with the table that I gave you, you probably would know this one already, Maureen. You know 2/5 is what?
I know.
4
40%.
tenths. 40% of 4 tenths. So you can divide it and get the 4 tenths, or you can just remember from the table that, or if you know 1/5 is 20%, 2/5 is 40%, and as a decimal, it's 0.4. So you can see how these are all really linked together, right? So fraction to decimal. Now to go from a decimal to a fraction, what do? When you have a decimal and you want to go decimal to fraction, you can put the decimal over 1 and multiply by 100. All right, 75 over 100, and then that could be really simplified to 3/4. Okay, that's from converting from decimal to fraction. There again, like from the table, if you look at it, the decimal 0.75, 75% is 3/4, because 1/4 is 25%. All right. And remember, we always simplify our fractions. Now to go from fraction to percent is 3/8. You actually do the division. 3 divided by 8, 0.375. And we looked at that before. And then you multiply it by 100 and you get 37.5%. you probably don't have to, once you look at your table and become familiar with the fractions, decimals, and percent, you probably won't have to go through this. All right. Now, to go from percent to fraction, 80%. Now, remember I said the percent is a ratio of a number to 100. So you just put the percent given over 100, 0.8, right, over 1, and then make it a fraction and then simplify. 80 over 100 simplifies to 4 over 5. Always put it in its simplest form. We don't leave it 80 over 100.
No.
Now, like I said, there's a table. Did everybody get the table I sent? I sent it last week, I think.
Last week,
Common
Oh.
fractions, decimals, and percents.
don't think so.
Did you get it, Mercedes?
No, is it in the email or paper?
No, I sent it when I sent the session. But I
Oh,
can send it again, though.
I didn't get to see it. So I
Okay, I'll send it again. Okay, because I have a table of common fractions and decimals, percents. Because it's good for you to study those and know them. You don't have to memorize them all, because I said if you know 1/5, you know 2/5, you know 3/5, you know 4/5. If you know 1/4, you know 1/2. Okay, if you know 1/3, you know 2/3. Because whatever 1/3 is, you multiply it by 2. Now, convert the decimals to a percent. Now, we said you can do what? You can take the decimal and you can divide it, you convert it to a percent. So you can multiply it by what? 100,
Good.
okay? Or you can shift your decimal point 2 places.
Mhm.
So convert the decimal, 4.025 would be what percent? Anybody?
Zero.
Uh,
0.4025. Number A.
You're saying A,
Yeah.
I can see.
you're saying C. Let me just tell you what I just read. 1.00 equal 100%. So what would 4 be equal to? If 1 is 100%, what would 4 be equal to?
400.
400, right? That would be equal to 400%.
Okay.
Okay, so what would 4.025 be equal to?
For what, miss?
This one, 4.025.
Would be okay.
Multiply by 100, what do you get?
You get 402.5.
That's it. Answer D. That's correct. Answer D. Just multiply the decimal by 100. That gives you the percent. 4.025 times 100 gives you 402.5%. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's try another one. Now this one, okay, this should be number 2. Convert the percent to a decimal. Shift your
Okay.
decimal point 2 places to the left. So what would be the answer?
One,
Divide by 100 or shift 2 places to the left. So 18.75% to a decimal. What would it be, Mercedes?
Is that C?
That's it. Very
Yeah.
good. Answer C. Answer C. Okay. Your decimal point is here. 2 places to the left would put it in front of the 1. And that's the same as dividing by 100. Okay. Convert 11/20th to a decimal, Maureen. What would that be?
11/20. Okay, let's see.
That is.
I'll give you a hint here to make it easier. Make 11/20 something over 100. In other words, 11
Over 20.
over 20. Let's put 20
And
here. Now set that equal to,
something over 100.
that's right.
Okay.
Make that equal to, and I'll just put
So it be answer B.
a question mark. Oh, Maureen, you got it. Okay.
Mm.
Question mark over 100.
Oh.
Okay, so we put 100 here, and you have your answer. Maureen said 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 11 is 55.
55.
Answer B. Got it?
Yeah.
Hold a minute, miss. Are you saying right there?
Yes,
Yes,
Mercedes.
I did another way and I got what you're saying, 11/20 and what over 100?
No, you could just divide 11 by 20, you calculate, you get the answer. But I'm just saying an easy way to do it mental math is put your 11/20 and say it's some number over 100. Well, 20 times 5 is 100. So then I multiply the numerator by 5. And that's how I get the 55. Got it?
Okay, so if you divide 100 by 20, you get 5. That's what you say?
No, I'm saying to get the decimal, if you get it over 100, you get, because these are in hundreds, right? So I'm saying you've got, okay, this is times 5. That gives you the 100, right? So you have to multiply numerator and denominator by the same number. So this times 5, and what would that give you? 55.
Yeah, got it. Got it.
Got it? So that would be 55. Okay? So I'm just saying a mental math way of doing it. You wouldn't have to even use the calculator. Just
Okay.
saying, well, 20, I multiply 5 by 20, I get 100, but I have to multiply by numerator by 5, I get 55. 55 over 100 is B. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Number 4, volunteers. I won't call anybody. Somebody tell me, convert 0.125 to a fraction. We just actually did that one.
Is it B?
Which one?
B?
No.
What?
We did it on the whiteboards.
Oh, I think it's D.
No.
Oh, I know now. 1/8.
That's it, Maureen. Yeah, 12.5%. 0.125 is 1/8. That's half of a fourth. Mercedes, you remember?
Yes, I remember. I was called the same time with P. I remember. As I look at oh, it's 1/8.
Okay, 1/8. That's right. 1/8 is half of 1/4. 1/4 is 25%. Half of 25% is 12.5. Got it? Okay. Number 5. Let me just make this, put it here, and I'll make it bigger. Look. Marietta, can you see this? Okay. I'll make it bigger.
Yeah, I could see it now.
Okay. All right. Now, Mercedes, not Mercedes. Marietta, what's the answer? 17 over 25. What percent? Give you a hint. Ratio of a number to 100 is percent.
That one I ain't get it yet. I'm checking. I ain't get that one yet.
Okay. A ratio. Okay. Percent. This over. Okay. Percent. Remember this is the ratio of a number to 100. Now, you have 17 over 25, right? Okay, Marietta, what is that equal to over 100?
What is equal to?
17 over 25. That's what number over 100? Put 25 here. Okay. This equals to, okay, and I'll put question mark and 100. What goes where I have question mark?
Want an answer?
He said Marietta.
Marietta.
Oh, beg pardon.
I ain't get that one yet. I ain't
Okay,
get it yet.
Marietta.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What number times 25 gives 100?
What number 25 will give you 100?
What number times 25? Think money. How many quarters in a dollar?
4 quarters.
Marietta?
Yeah, 4 quarters in a dollar.
Okay, so what number multiplied by 25 gives 100?
Let me see. Wait a minute.
You gave her the answer already.
Mercy, not you. Marietta.
I
Four
didn't give
times,
it the answer.
Thank you,
4 times,
Maury. Thank you, Maury.
4 times 25 will give you 100?
Yeah, 4 times 25 gives you 100, right? So let's put here 4 times 25 equal 100. Okay, so if I multiply 25 times 4, let me just put it here, and I get 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's equal 100. This here.
Okay.
Okay, now whatever I multiply the denominator, I multiply the numerator by. So, Marietta, what's 4 times 17? What times 17? At the math. 68, right? 68. So your answer is what, Marietta? What is your answer?
C.
C. Okay, very good. So answer C. So that's how you can easily do one like this, because 25 is one of the factors of 100. So 4 times 25 is 100. 4 times 17 is 68. And you have your answer C. And you didn't have to use a calculator.
No.
Got it done a lot quicker, right?
Yeah.
Marietta, is it making sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Well, but you know, you just gotta practice it. That's all. It doesn't just come overnight unless you know your common fractions and the decimals and the percent. Okay. I'll make this bigger so you can see it. Okay. Express 32% as a fraction. Okay, let me make that bigger. Okay, Mercedes, what's the answer?
Oh boy, she hit me with it. Let me see. 32.
Remember, 32% is 32 over 100. So let me just write this. So you can do all this with the math, right? 32% is the ratio of a number to 100. So that's 32 over 100. So knowing that, you should be able to give the answer, right?
I'm doubtful, so. Is it? No, I don't think so.
You see your answer?
I'm doubtful, Miss. I want to give an answer.
No, give me the answer. What would you say, Mercedes?
A, Miss? No.
A, B, C, or D?
One second. Give me 1 second. One more second. That's right.
A, B, C, or D?
Oh, 1 second.
See the answer?
Is the answer B, Miss? No. I give up.
Don't give up.
Okay. Try again. One more try.
Okay. 100 divided by what gives you 25?
4.
Okay, now divide your 32 by 4. What do you get?
Oh, yeah. Was that easy?
128.
32
No.
divided by 4.
Oh,
That's
hold on.
the 32 divided by 4.
8.
8.
C.
So your answer is,
C.
C.
Mercedes, you see it?
5.
Yeah. Yes.
Answer C. Answer C, okay? Because, well, once I put the 32 over 100, this can't be 17 over 50.
Miss.
Yes.
I was early, so A, C was the only one I didn't do. I didn't get to do. Try to give it as fast as I
Well,
can.
when you said B, but when I put 32 over 100, 32 over 100 is not 17 over 50, it's 16 over 50.
Yeah, I didn't try C. Because if
All
you
right.
divide
But then you
eight
look
by
at your 25s, 25 goes into 100 equal number times. So 4 times, multiply 4 times 8, you get this 32 numerator.
if you divide 25 by 8, you get your 32.
If you divide what?
If you divide 25 by 8,
25 by 8 does not give you 32.
0.32. For a calculator, show me.
Well, the calculator, yes, you'd get 0.32 or 32%. But I'm just saying you didn't really have to do that because we said the ratio of a number to 100 is percent. So if this is 100, the 25's into 100 4 times, and 4 times 8 is
So
32.
let me see if I get this to get it.
4
Okay.
in the 32 is
When-
8. That's why your
Alright.
answer is 8 over 25. Yes.
So when I give you this like this, 32 over 100, I have to find a number that can go into 100 that can also divide the 32. That's what you mean?
Well, when you look, it depends. Here are your answers here. See, you're using your answers to the choices to drive your answer. Okay, because you eliminate A and B. Because 3 over 10 is not the same as 32 over
Right.
100. That's
Because
30 over 100. So A and B is eliminated. So you have C and D, right? So you take your 25, 32% ratio of a number to 100. You say 25 into 100 is what? 4 times.
Yeah.
4 in the 32 gives 8. So it has to be C. You follow? You take the 25 divided into 100, you get 4. And then you say, well, it's 32%. 4 in the 32 gives me 8. So that has to be my answer. In other words, what I'm saying here is, let's just put this here.
I got you, miss, because what
You
I
got
did,
me 8
I
over
divide 8
25.
into, I divide 8 into 32, I get 4. Divided 4 by 100 by 4, I get 25.
Yeah, because these are equivalents, right? They're equal. 8 over
Yes.
25 is equal to 32 over 100. All right.
Okay.
Questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, I think we have time to do a few word problems, right? Okay, let's do a few word problems. I'll make this bigger so everyone can see it. Okay. Okay, Maureen, read number 1 word problem.
Okay, the width of a rectangle is 2/3 of its length. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 80 centimeters, find the area.
Okay, so let's translate this to the math. Width is 2/3 the length. All right. And
Mhm.
then let's take the perimeter. And we'll need this 80 centimeters. Okay. Okay. Now, Maureen, tell me, how do I write width of the rectangle is 2/3 of its length? Now, I'll just say let L, you can
The
use any
length,
variables you want, but let's say L equal length, right?
uh-huh,
And
and
W
W
equal
equals
width. Now, knowing that, Maureen, how do I write width is 2/3 of the length? Tell me what to write.
okay.
Remember, the
Because
is equal.
yeah,
Tell me what to write.
I don't know, 2/3
Width, so let's start with width.
length
Width,
equals
okay, so W equal, because is equal. So W equal, add a little W, because it's
2/3
2/3 what? 2/3, okay. 2/3 of its length. That's a multiplication, right?
yeah,
So 2/3, I'll just put this in
multiply
multiply. That's right. Let me just put that in parentheses. 2/3 times what, Maureen?
the length.
The length, L. All right. So that takes care of the width is 2/3 times L, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What's the equation for perimeter, Mercedes? How do you find perimeter?
Um, um, how much is what again?
Right. Perimeter equal what?
Um, um, length by width.
That's area.
Area.
Perimeter is linear. area is square units. Perimeter is what?
I forgot my figure. Honestly, I need to recap some stuff.
Okay, let me go to the whiteboard. Okay.
4 by
All
4.
right. Okay, let's take a rectangle. Okay, here's a rectangle. Because sometimes when you have a picture, it's clearer to you, right? Okay, here's the rectangle. Okay, this is our length, and this is our width. Okay, now area is square units. So area is equal to length times width. And that's always unit square. So if you have inches, it will be inches times inches to give you square inches. So length times the width. These are some basic formulas you should know, okay? Now perimeter, that's the distance around this, right? So perimeter, and that's P for perimeter, is 2 length plus 2 width.
Okay.
Know the difference now.
Okay.
2 length plus 2 width. Okay. This one, like I say, is square units. Right. So if this was feet, it would be square feet. So remember, whenever you have area, it's square units. Okay. And perimeter would just be units. So I'll just put some, okay. So if this were, say, feet, this would be square feet. And we could write it as feet and square, but the exponent, or we could say square feet. Whereas this perimeter would just be feet. But they all use the length and the width, all right? So you got that picture in your mind. So let's go back to okay. So perimeter, then we'll say 2L
By 2W.
plus 2W. All right. So somebody tell me what to substitute. What is the perimeter, Maureen?
Okay, hold on. The perimeter,
We're given a value of the perimeter. What is it?
80 centimeters.
80 centimeters. So we can put our 80 centimeters here, right? 80 centimeters. That's our perimeter. Now, we said the width was 2/3 L. So we have 2 times the length. All right, so let's put 2L. Now, the width is 2/3 L, right? So we can substitute here for our width and we'll have all in L, a length, right? So this would be plus 2 times 2/3 L. I'll have to put another parenthesis here. 2/3 times L. Okay, so 2 times 2/3 L. Because I'm substituting this value width in for width right here, 2/3 L.
Let me go.
Questions?
I'll be right back.
Okay, so that's 2 times 2/3 L. So let me put another one there. Okay, All right, now let's multiply this out. Now 80 centimeters, so let's just put here 80 centimeters equal 2L. And what's 2 times 2/3 L, Mercedes?
2 times.
Multiply the numerators.
Say 2 times.
2 times 2/3 L.
Say.
What would that be equal to?
Um,
Sorry
Six.
about that.
You see it, Mercedes? Go ahead.
4.6.
No? What is it?
I didn't catch what you said then.
2
You said-
times 2/3 L is what?
Said I'm wrong? What?
No, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
I said 4.6.
No, don't go to decimal. Stay with the fractions.
Oh. Yeah, fraction not good. Let me think again. You said 2. What did you say again, please?
2 times 2/3 L.
2.
In other words, let me just write it. Maybe it's okay. 2 times, let me just put 2.
Is that 4.6, miss?
Don't use the decimals, use the fractions. Okay, this is
I
2.
said, oh, the 4 and 6.
Okay, there's the 3. And I'm just putting this in parentheses. Now, the parenthesis is really over the whole thing, even though you don't see it here. Okay, it's 2 times 2/3 L. And what's that equal to, Mercedes?
I was saying 4.6. Unless I'm doing it wrong.
What's 2 times 2?
4.
Oh.
2 is 4.
So that would be 4L over 3. 4/3 L.
Oh, what I was doing, I was multiplying the 3 2.
No, this is 2 times 2/3. So numerator and then over 3. This is like a 1 underneath this 2, right? So 1 times 3 is 3. So that would be 4/3 L. Everybody with me?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we got 2L plus, let's just put here, 4, going back to my slash now, 4/3 L. So what's 2L plus 4/3 L?
What's
Let me put this in parentheses.
8.3 now?
What is it?
8.3 now? 8 L upon 3.
2L plus 4/3 L.
2L plus 4.
Well, 4/3 is 1 1/3. What's 2 plus 1 1/3?
That's 3 1/3.
Yeah, or you could, okay, 3 1/3. So this is 1 1/3 plus 2. That would be 3 1/3 L. All right, 3. Let's put 1/3 L. All right. Now, how do we solve for L? And 3 1/3 L, 3 1/3 would be what as a improper fraction? 10/3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10/3.
5 3 minus 1 is 10.
10/3 L. Let me just put L. Okay. How do we solve for L? What do? We have 10/3 times L is equal to L. So L is going to be the 80 divided by the 10/3, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm switching the 10/3 L. Let me just put it on this side. You could leave it right there, but I'll put it on the left. Okay, so this 10/3 L is equal to 80.
Mhm.
All right, so let's put here. So that's equal to 80. So L is going to be 80. It's going to be 80 divided by 10/3. Okay, so let's just put here. L equal 80. And I'll put this in parentheses. 80. Okay. Divided by 10/3. And when you divide by a fraction, what do you do with the fraction? Maureen, you remember?
You turn it upside down.
That's right. You flip it and multiply.
Flip it, yeah.
Yeah, flip it and multiply. So this becomes, let's just copy this. So this becomes 80 times, because we say we multiply, so this is a multiplication symbol. Okay. So times, and then you flip it, this becomes 3/10.
Over 10.
That's right. Remember your fraction rules. Divide by a fraction, flip it, and multiply. That's the way you do division of fractions. Okay. Now, what is that equal to?
That is 1,
What's 3 times 80?
240.
240. And what's 240 over 10?
240 over 10.
Yes. 3 times 80, you said right.
Yeah.
240.
14.
24.
24. Thank you.
That's
240 over 10, not 14. Mercedes, what did you say it
Yeah.
was?
I said 24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay. So if your length is 24, what is your width? You go back up here, get that formula that we set up, that equation that we put here, and put it here and solve for width. So you know the length. Let's put the width here. So if the width is 2/3 L, that's going to be equal to, and I'll just put 2/3. And L is 24. So what is that equal to, Mercedes? Two-thirds times 24.
Just a minute. 2 times what?
2/3 multiplied by 24.
Oh, 2/3. That was
What's 2 times 24?
that's 48.
48. And then 48 divided by 3 equals what?
You say 48 divided by 3?
Yes,
That would be 16.
16. So now you know your length and you know the width. Now we were looking for area. So what's the area, Maureen?
The
Area
area
is equal to length times
times this.
width. So what's that equal to?
Length times width.
Length is 24. We found it. And the width is 16. So what is that equal to?
Oh, 24 multiplied by 16.
That's 24 times 16.
Mm.
384.
And was that what was the dimensions here? Centimeters. So that would be square centimeters, right? 24 times 16, 384 square centimeters. All right. Now, a problem like this that I give you, I will probably not have you going through all these calculations, but I will give you setups and you pick the right setup. But that means that you have to know perimeters, 2 lengths plus 2 width,
I know.
area equal length times width. All right.
Mhm.
And that the width of a rectangle is 2/3 of the length translates to W equal 2/3 times L, the length. Questions?
No.
Okay, now I want you to review those rules for fractions, decimals, percent that we went through converting from one to the other, because your homework will be basically conversions. All right.
Okay.
I'll probably just give you one word problem, but it would be basically conversions like we just went over. Okay, let's go back up here. Okay. See the ones we went over? Decimal to a fraction.
Yeah.
Okay. Percent to a decimal. And of course you have your examples that we went through up here, and you can go through them to apply the method you use to solve this.
Uh-huh.
Any questions over percents, decimals, fractions? It's just the 3 different ways of saying the same thing. And remember, your percents can be greater than 100. They can be less than 1.
Mhm.
You could have 0.5%. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. No questions. I will say so long to everybody.
Miss
Okay.
Barbara, let's go to what time again?